On October 21st, 2021, actor, producer, and political activist Alec Baldwin was involved in a fatal shooting incident on a film set near Santa Fe, New Mexico. In the incident, Baldwin fired a shot from a revolver that wounded director Joel Souza and killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins. This was not an accident as it has frequently been described. Rather, incompetence and negligence caused this tragedy. Like aviation, firearms are unforgiving of incompetence and negligence. But I'm lucky. In my experience with firearms in television production, I've only been around extremely competent people who always exercise the highest levels of safety. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. The reason I'm making this video is to present some basic information about the type of firearm that was involved in this incident and the types of ammunition as well. And that's because of the fact that I have found that the news reporting associated with this story has, for the most part, provided only inaccurate, confused, misleading, and contradictory information. I'm hoping to clear up some of that right here and now. First of all, the type of firearm that was involved in the Baldwin incident was a modern reproduction of the Colt Model 1873 single-action Army revolver, the type of firearm most closely associated with the Wild Wild West era. I'm going to be using my Cimarron Pistolero because it's functionally the same thing as the weapon that Baldwin used, insofar as it is a single-action revolver that requires the shooter to cock the hammer between each shot. That advances the cylinder and brings a fresh loaded chamber in line with the bore. Three types of ammunition are associated with this story: dummy rounds, blanks, and live rounds. Dummy rounds are made from an actual brass cartridge case, and they have an actual bullet, but they're not loaded with either a primer or gunpowder, so they're completely inert. They're used in westerns to fill the cartridge loops of a holster belt, or they'll be used in a revolver to present the appearance of it being loaded. Here's what the cylinder looks like when it's empty. It's easy to tell that it's not loaded. Here's what the revolver looks like loaded with dummy rounds. You can clearly see the bullets in the cylinder, but it's entirely safe. Blanks are simply live ammunition that don't have a bullet. In this example, the blank consists of a brass cartridge case that's loaded with a primer and gunpowder, but it has a piece of cardboard in place of a bullet that simply keeps the powder from spilling out. When you load the revolver with blank cartridges, a loud report and visible flash are produced when you pull the trigger. To be clear, blanks can injure or even kill you. So it's still necessary to exercise extreme caution when using them on a film set. It's just that they're far less dangerous than live ammunition, because live ammunition actually accelerates a bullet. Now, for some perspective on how differently blanks and live ammunition behave, here is a cylinder of blank live, blank live, blank live. For reasons that remain unclear, Alec Baldwin was given a reproduction Colt single-action Army revolver that was loaded with at least one live round on October 21st. And subsequently, while rehearsing a scene, he discharged that weapon, firing a shot that wounded Joel Souza and killed Helena Hutchins. This incident powerfully illustrates a simple truth: that extreme caution should characterize the handling of firearms at all times. Because if extreme caution had been used on that set, Helena Hutchins would still be alive today.